Help, doc, help. My baby's got reflux and I don't know what to do. Can you help me? How many times a week or a day do you hear that in your offices? I'm Monika Buerger and I get pinged all the time. Hey, I've got this hard case. This baby's got continuous reflux. I've been adjusting him. I don't know what else to do. Help me. What's going on? We're seeing more and more of these tougher cases as the stress paradigm goes up in today's modern day society. As mom and dad's stress level goes up, so does baby's stress level. The baby inherits mom and dad's stress point. Literally, they inherit mom and dad's HPA axis stress point. So we've talked about in previous videos about how we can help parents to turn their stress response around. But now what do we do with this baby that's in your office and you've adjusted him 3 times a week for 3 weeks? It's not going anywhere. You're stuck or you feel stuck. You don't have to feel stuck. We cover this all in our Foundations of Neurodevelopment course in depth. But here's some things you need to think about. Cortisol levels, babies are being born in this hyped cortisol load. Cortisol levels will affect the opening and closing of that esophageal valve. So if they're in a high stress paradigm, that esophageal valve is not closing and we're getting that backlash of the reflux. The other thing you want to think about is anytime we have a pro-stress autonomic dysregulating shift, the first thing that shuts down is the gut. So we need to think about maybe we do need to support that gut. There's been studies that look at specifically at cow's milk, and cow's milk being a big connection with reflux, cow's milk being a connection with colic too. So you do need to consider dietary strategies potentially. PPIs, this is a big point you should know of. More and more little fiddle parts are being put on PPIs. PPIs, not only do some of them contain aluminum, heavy metal, which blows out the cerebellum. So that's something that we really need to be savvy on. The other thing we need to understand is PPIs can lead to C. difficile, which is a chronic gut infection. So we don't want to go down that route either, right? So we need to look at modulating the autonomic nervous system, vagal tone in particularly. You need to look to be able to assess that respiratory diaphragm. Is that diaphragm, sometimes you're going to see this baby with shallow breathing, more chest breathing, and you need to rule out that is that diaphragm stuck? It needs to be addressed. So that's a key indicator too, because the diaphragm is going to modulate, it's going to have an effect on vagal tone and effect on the motor component, the motor capability of that lower esophageal valve. So these are just some things I want you to try to wrap your head around in these tougher cases that we're starting to see. And again, we cover this in depth, more key pearls of what to do and how to manage these cases in our Foundations of Neurodevelopment, particularly in our Pillar 1 and our Pillar 6 has great information in how to help manage and foster optimal mind, mood, microbiome. So we give you key strategies to help foster optimal microbiome, which is going to foster optimal neurodevelopment. So keep these things in mind as you come across these harder cases, which we're seeing more and more. They are in an autonomic stressed paradigm shift. Your adjustments are going to be profound, but look at that respiratory diaphragm, look at maybe some nutritional modulators, look at modulating mom stress as well as baby stress. And how do you approach a little one that is in a stress response mode? It's not always wise to breach their bubble space right off the bat. And we talk about that and how to do more gentle work and getting that trust of that child, especially if they were in NICU, where we know that there is a lot of stress responses and trauma responses that happen as a result of being in a NICU environment. Hopefully these pearls help you, and scroll down, dive in, dig into the course. We need you out there to help understand the neural expressive behaviors of these children in order to create an optimal neurodevelopmental paradigm.